Hello, I'm going to be doing patch 11.6 rundown, and I'll be going over all the buffs, nerfs, and changes that they've done in this patch. And yeah, we'll start off with ignoring all this. I'm not going to go over TFT patch notes, but if you would like another video on that, just let me know. So, some of the mid-patch updates about control words. We've seen these bug fixes, and okay. So yeah, these were added. I remember this not being included, and some people complaining about it. So I'll talk about this once I go back to Xin Zhao. So patch highlights. There's been a couple nerfs. Some of them which might be pretty big for pro play, and see how it affects the meta and how you play each champion especially. But besides that, let's go right into it. So at Kali, some of these things that are important is that health went down and health growth went up. She's weaker in the early 3 levels, something to be easily punished, especially since that's where most of her power is. Most of her power is past 6. So if you can take advantage of her pre-level 6, even better pre-level 3, it's something to be able to win lane against Kali, because she's been a force to be reckoned with as of late. Her passive no longer restores energy. I'm interested to see where she'd be able to get her energy now. Q was from 120, 115, 110, 105, 100 to 130, 115, 185, 70 energy. And no longer deals 25% bonus magic damage to minions and monsters. This will severely affect her wave clear, as she won't be able to double Q as fast or as easily without taking some risks about her energy. So that's a pretty big nerf. Other ways to exploit Akali. Twilight Shroud. Twilight Shroud now increases Akali's maximum energy by 80 and still restores 80 energy. This is kind of huge, because you're able to use the flexibility of Twilight Shroud now, and able to now start off with Twilight Shroud and not be punished by not refilling any energy like you were before. Now you'll always get the 80 energy regardless. This is to to compensate for the fact that you're removing Assassin's Mark and increasing Q's energy cost. What do I think about this change? I think it gives her more flexibility, probably less linear of a champion, and the same combos, which is pretty interesting. Let's look at the rest of her nerfs, or I guess changes. I'm not so sure if this is a nerf yet. Total damage by Shuriken Flip seems to have gone up. Her AD ratios and her AP ratios went up, and total damage split between first and second hit 50-50, 30-70. So she gets more if she goes in. E is now a bigger part of damage. Okay, let's look at the last one. Changes her perfect execution to magic. That's interesting. And decreases her first dash damage. Okay. So she seems more like a finisher now, and taking advantage of low health bars rather than assassinating someone from 100 to 0. Of course, she can still do that because her ratios are still good. She's still an assassin. But this will change the way that you want to use E and R. Actually, it also changes the way that you're given flexibility. Perfect execution changing to magic damage is interesting. I think that will actually lessen her potency in the mid lane, because normally you don't really build armor against Akali, and it's not something that you really think about when you go through with Akali. So that's kind of interesting. I think overall she's been given more tools to work with, but at a higher risk and higher cost. I think she'll still remain relevant within higher levels of play, as well as in solo queue. I think she's still a great champion. Not much has changed. She's probably in a higher skill cap now because of this change right here. Though this change was it was a pretty simple mechanic before, but it now, you have a lot of other ways to play this. So I think overall Akali will find better play in the higher tiers, and probably lower its win rate, but I think that'll be fine. Okay, we'll move on to Gnar. Nars W bonus base damage decreased, so you're just decreasing mini Nar, and they wanna reduce their in-lane harass. I think this is fine. Nar's been pretty dominant, and you don't really play Nar for mini Nar. You play Nar for Mega Nar, but then again, Mega Nar hasn't been that dominant. I mean, not that dominant. Not been the main. It's easy to play around Mega Nar, especially in higher levels of play. You should be able to play around Mega Nar. Of course, Mega Nar is just absolutely a zone beast. You can control all the choke points and chokeholds and be able to get insane stuns if they decide to risk it. I do think that his Q change a while back is probably what's the most devastating. Not devastating. The most strong buff Nar has gotten the last a few months. So I'm not so sure how this is going to affect it. In fact, I think they're still going to play it. Most people are able to play around this. W is not your most of your damage. It's just kiting and be able to do more damage over time. You might have to sneak in another auto attack, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference. Plus, you don't max W to like level 9. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Hecarim Q. Base damage decrease later. It's fine. His base damage is kind of nutty, but lowering it by 5 and then 10 and then what is this, 15 and then 20. It's fine. I think Tank Hecarim's a really bad build in terms of the meta, because like, not bad build because it's bad, but bad build because it's unhealthy. I think this is fine. I think this is a fine change. Hecarim should be punished more for going full tank and not be able to deal as much damage as he does. Yeah. I think lowering his Q base damage instead of his raw damage seems a bit weird to me. Like, yes, his Q does a lot of damage, but I feel like his raw base stats without going Ghost. But we'll see how this works out. Yeah. Okay, we'll go off to Karthus Q. Q base damage decrease later. Temperamental changes. Why did you do this? I'm back into elite play. So they just don't want them in elite play. How much they reduce it by? 5. It's like a 5 damage in Karthus Q. Bro, if 5 damage is gonna kill you. It's 20 damage. I don't know. If 20 damage is gonna kill you late game in Karthus Q, it's really marginal. Like, I don't think Karthus Q is the problem here. Like, he just does damage. Right? He has an ultimate that hits everybody on the map, and like, I don't think this will make a huge difference. I mean, it adds up obviously, but I don't think it'll make a huge difference in terms of how this is played nowadays. LeBlanc W cost decrease later. Okay, LeBlanc's already been played in some pro metas. I mean, I guess it was only in LCS, right? Yeah, I don't think. Her cost went down, mana. I think that's fine. I don't think LeBlanc had mana problems though, but I guess it's fine. It's not a terrible buff. I just don't think it was a necessary one. Lilia R cooldown increased. I think this is fine. Lilia's been dominated in pro play. I don't think she has much that rivals her. I mean, Lilia is like a pseudo Lilia. Obviously, some analysts have this opinion. I don't think that Lilia and Nidalee like served. I know people compare them to, but I feel like Lilia is just like a way better champion, and they should not be compared. I mean, in the early game, sure, but Lilia seems a bit too strong right now. You increased the cooldown by 20 seconds. That's a huge nerf, actually. That's a huge nerf, like 20%. This might be yeah, I think she's gonna get reduced in play, and it's gonna be huge for her because playing around Lilia ult is kind of huge. But I think she's still gonna be a strong jungler and still be picked once in a while. Pyke E cooldown now decreased. Sure. Give them a little bit more. It's fine. I don't think it might affect stuff in solo queue, but I don't think it'll affect much in terms of pro play or in the overall scheme of things. 4 seconds is kind of huge though, but. Yeah, sure. Gives you a couple more seconds to do things. I wonder how long his Q cooldown is and how long your rotations are. I'm not a Pyke player, so I don't actually know. See if this actually makes a difference in them. Probably does, but it seems kind of good later on. Though once you get to late game, Pykes, you're not maxing E first, right? You're maxing Q first. So why? I don't know. That's like a level 11 buff, right? So I don't really see. Dude, if you're level 11 in Pyke and you're not ahead, you're gonna have some hard time. I'm not sure if this is what you really need. This is what he really needed, but I think this will come back to bite in a few patches when they start buffing some of his actual like base and raw stats. Renekton and R bonus health decrease later, decreased by 100 and then 200. That's kind of big. Yeah, that's actually kind of big. Yeah. They want to make his late game his Achilles heel. Sure, fine. He's already like, it's pretty hard to kite with flash W combo, but yeah, just make him less tanky. Though to be fair, I think his items are really what makes him tanky and how he's able to abuse his raw stats and base stats. So, I don't know. This is fine. This is a nerf in the right direction, but we'll see if this. I don't think so. I feel like because of this nerf, he's going to start falling out of pro play. Because I feel like there's other champions who can do what Renekton does and become tankier in the late game if you really want to play with that. Though obviously, if you pair this with like the TF and Nidalee, you're still on for a really good time. So I think it's fine in some comps. I think he's going to be more of a average pick more than a prio pick. Or not prio pick, more of like a prio counter and lane bully. Sylas, passive unshackled, a bonus attack speed increase, faster combos, W, cooldown cost and heal ratio. So W's cooldown went down by a second, cost went down, heal went down. Yeah, I think healing's busting in this game. Make him more of like a sustain mage than this like insane healer. I mean, I guess that's what he does. He's kind of like a much more flexible Vladimir, and even Vladimir is really bad in this meta. I think this is fine. We'll see. Certainly gives him a lot less of a weak point. I think the healing reduction's a little, I don't know, that probably matters, obviously. I think this is a huge buff for him, so just expect to see a little bit more Sylas in pro play. I think once in a while maybe Caps will pull it out. I know a weird counter matchup, because I think Sylas is actually really good with the current meta champions, right? Because, you have Gnar, and Gnar's entire kit is a single ability, which is his R, right? So there's Gnar out here. Alistar is being like played a lot, and Sylas Ultimate Alistar is amazing. Skarner's been played a lot. You've been seeing stuff like Hecarim. Like, you have a lot of champions who have really, really good ultimates. So I think that Sylas come back and play with this buff. Yeah. Urgot W on hit damage, effectiveness decrease. On hit damage, effectiveness. Sure. I don't think it'll really matter. I don't know why they're trying to steer his build. I think he's fine with Titanic, but let Riot do what they want. Volibear W humans for minions no longer halved. E. Wait, what? Why? They want to make him a jungler? Again? What? Huh. Wait. Wait. Volibear's gonna be a force to be reckoned with soon. What the heck? Making 750 at all ranks is huge. No longer capping the E damage early game? Holy crap. I mean, obviously you're gonna be maxing it, but I think this is huge. What? Yeah, this looks really good for him. I think Volibear's gonna be a good jungler. He's gonna pick once in a while. I don't think he's gonna be like the Udyr like a few patches ago, but I think this is a really good pick. Xin Zhao. This is like a weird change to me. He like increased his W's like attack range. I think Xin Zhao, it's like a niche pick. I think it's like an insane solo queue pick, but given the way like it works is that like your heal goes down, obviously, because you've turned into this sort of Whew, AP Assassin. Like everything's gone down, right? Because what? But like your Q went down, your passive went down, right? But now you get like what? Better cooldowns on your W. Like it costs more, but who really cares? Like reduce minions, it goes to like 0. Like that's insane. Like if you have 0 at level 18, I mean 16, you can just push waves and be like this AP split pushing assassin. That's insane. And then thrust now, 33% chance. Like crit, I don't think this matters. You're not going to be running AD as often. I mean, you might be. We'll see. Like, I'm not so sure how much of this nerf and this. I don't think it's going to be that big. Maybe you can, yeah, you can still be an AD assassin. It's like, you're just a long range assassin that can build both because the range is farther, the speed's way faster. Refills them for 3 seconds, hit boxes, yeah, whatever. Change 1,100. I think he's going to turn into an AP and AD assassin. I think in pro play he's going to become an AD top lane split pusher. I think that you might be able to see him mid, but in terms of solo queue, I think he's a cheese pick, like how Twitch is with this AP build, dude. Because like this heal ratio is insane. AP, like why wouldn't you go AP? It goes 110%. Oh my god, he's busted AP. He's just like an AP assassin now. That's my take. He's just an AP assassin. Healing items, yeah, they needed a great nerf. No longer grants 50% moves. I mean, lifesteal for 8 seconds. It's fine. It's fine. 50 health in the early game is kind of big. Lifesteal's lowered. It's fine, I guess. Like, this is not why you built it. You built it for this. So I think it's just a buff. Like, if you're gonna use this, it's good. But you did not use it for this. You used it for this shield, and I guess this works. Yeah, I think it's way better to have this because Lifeline lifesteal wasn't as good. Lifesteal went down. Siphon damage went up. I guess they just want them to do more damage, but take away lifesteal. After dealing damage, 2 are taking. Let's take a Stark's Gauge. The first stack heals. Decreasing. I don't know what this was before, but. Fix the pug. I think Stark's just got a nerf. Like straight up nerf. He just got hurt. Okay, we'll look at Leandri's. Leandri's Nuglander gives 5% magic damage, can spur any targets, now gets 12% bonus magic damage changed based on their bonus health. Based on their bonus health? That's a buff. That's a straight up buff. I think you'll see more Leandri's Ludens instead of just Everfrost, because they didn't nerf Everfrost? Huh. Wait, I felt like 20 seconds on the active was such a good item. Instead they're just buffing buffing mid lane mages. Mid lane is because MSI is coming up, isn't it? Holy crap. Poke. Maybe Ziggs will come back in the meta. I have a feeling Ziggs will come back in meta. Zoe's running. Ludens might be good. Rabadons. 3,600. Is this good? So you take it 900, I assume, instead of 1,100 after buying 2 needlessly larger odds. Taking it as a third item just feels bad because you don't get much until you get the actual item. I don't know. I don't think this is huge. This might be, but I don't think it is. Thank God they're nerfing Seekers. 1 to 0.5, max armor 15. That's huge, actually. Ability power down to 20. Magic is 9 from 15. Okay, this is huge. People won't be spamming Verdant Barrier and Seeker's Arm Guard, but I think this is the rise of mid lane mages. This is the patch for him. Like, you'll be seeing a lot of, I mean, you already see Orianna, Victor, and Syndra, but I think you'll be seeing some more of them. Like, I don't know, Lissandra might come up soon. Lissandra might come up. What other mid lane mages could come up? Ahri's already shown a few times. Ahri might actually be really good, especially with these, like, backline ADCs that have, yeah, I think AP Assassins are coming back into meta. AP Assassins and AP Poke Mages, Control Mages, I think they're big. Maybe Azir might come back in meta soon, yeah. Shurelya's 15 seconds, I think this is like a good buff. I think this is a pretty solid buff. I think you'll see more of it, but I don't think it's OP. Strike Baker, health, 300, 200. Yeah, it's fine. Striper's been like overtaking the meta. Cooldown increase, gold decreased. Sure. I don't think this is really that important. Like, sure, it helps, but I don't think Iron Spike Whip has ever been like this like insane buff like it was like for Tiamat in the past patches. Considering other tank items, I think ability haste went up. Sure. I don't see a reason why you'd build it though. I don't think you should have buffed Sunfire. I think it was in a fine place. I don't know. I don't like tanks having more damage. Just let them. I feel like ability haste was fine, but having them have more damage might be kind of deadly. Ability power cost void staff. They wanted to cost more gold instead of an early rush. Rushing void staff early doesn't seem bad. I don't know why you'd not want this to happen. Like you're paying with like not having all the extra side effects of like other like items such as like going Zonias or going like you go Everfrost into Everfrost into Zonias into I don't know what you'd do. Demonic Embrace sounds terrible. Like Rabadons, I think Void Staff Third should be a fine item. Heal. Does this affect the jungle? It affects XP. This isn't going to affect some pathing. A lot more players will take Gromp now. Yeah, actually, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't take Gromp. You heal more and you get more XP. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't take Gromp early. Base heal 90. Yeah. I think it's a slightly faster killer. Yeah, slightly faster killer. That's it, and more healthy. Yeah, teleport now removes home siren, respawn, home guard. Okay, that's fine. That feels better. Bonus movement speed 50. Reducing it down to 210 in the late game. They really want to see TP plays later. Okay. Heal ratio 20. Fine. They're just doing it for stat sustain. You don't really have AP on most of these champions that you put in AD, so they really hit it hard for AP champions. I think that's fine. Ravenous Hunter. Yeah, Ravenous Hunter took a huge hit. This is actually huge. I don't think you'll be seeing this as much. I think you'll see maybe Ultimate Hunter or movement speed and a lot of things. Alright, that's about it for this patch. If you have any questions, tell me in the comments below. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys next time.